Good morning. We are in Ruth chapter 4, going through verses 13 all the way to 22 on page 41. If you haven't read it, go ahead and pause the video and read it now. See, in verses 13 through 15, Boaz and Ruth were blessed by God with a son. What's a blessing God has given you for putting your trust in Him? I can think of a time where I left my lifestyle. I went to a Christian college and just was really seeking the Lord. And He gave me my relationship with Alicia, which brought my kids, which brought us here to Florence, South Carolina, and we're working in the ministry. And it has been an amazing time. Ruth humbly put herself at Boaz's feet. Are you willing to humbly surrender to God? See, following God's plan comes with blessings. Hebrews 11:6 tells us, God rewards those who diligently seek Him. Naomi was blessed with a grandson. She was blessed by Ruth's obedience. Your obedience affects other people as well. Her grandson was named Obed, which means servant. And then we can see later on, Obed brought Jesse and then David. See, David was one of Israel's greatest kings. And then eventually Jesus would come from that line. Just that obedience from Ruth and how it took time, and Boaz, how it took time. But eventually God brought the promised king to Israel. Ruth had no idea what was to come of her serving her mother-in-law. Boaz had no idea what was to come when he wanted to follow the law to the T to give the next guardian redeemer in line the chance to redeem Ruth and Naomi. You can trust God knowing that obeying Him will lead to the best plan. This is just evidence of that. In conclusion, God blessed Ruth and Boaz's obedience. Who could be affected by your obedience to God? It looks like from this passage, multiple people can be affected by one decision, good or bad. Think about that when you make decisions. Give it to the Lord. Trust Him. And remember, your quiet time is not over until you share it with somebody else. God bless.